Yo, what's up? It's AJ from Fire from the Gods, and you're watching AMBY. Peace.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I would like to welcome you to my interview with AJ from Fire from the Gods.
What's up?
Hello.
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm awesome. How are you doing today?
I'm fantastic. Thank you very much.
Excited to have you in Toronto. We were just kind of talking about that.
Yeah. You know what? We've played like Knotfest and festivals in the States, and you get people from Canada that come down all the time, and they're like, "Dude, when are you guys gonna play Canada?" And we're like, "Soon." And now we're finally here. So hopefully it does pan out to be exactly what we're waiting to see.
Yeah, I hope we can bring it for you guys.
Exactly.
Well, your shows absolutely look manic. It'll be my first time experiencing you guys live, but there's so much jumping and the energy is just crazy. So
Yeah.
I'm going to assume there are some mishaps once in a while, or have things been pretty smooth sailing?
Yeah, you know what? The thing is, we've all collectively been doing this for a while, and then the lineup in Fire from the Gods that we have now has been together for about 2.5, almost 3 years. So we've been ready to play music and be a band, a functional band, and be out there. So we've been honing our skills for a minute.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we're ready. We don't really fuck up that much. Oh, can I cuss on this?
Oh,
I'm
you
sorry.
can.
Fuck, shit.
Your reaction right there was like,
yeah, I forget. Sometimes, you know, when you like radio, you never know,
Yeah.
man. Everyone's so apologetic in Canada, so I'm like, oh man, maybe everyone, they don't want to rude us American come up here cussing.
Have you noticed that people are overly nice
Extremely.
most of the time?
Extremely.
Okay.
And, you know, to be in an urban setting like this, like, obviously coming from New York, like, people are just like, yeah, get the fuck out of my way, whatever, forget about it, you know? But here, everyone's like, please, thank you, excuse me.
Say sorry 4 times
So-
even when it's not
Yo,
necessary.
I love it.
Yeah, you could get used
The
to
world,
it.
needs a little bit more kindness and a little bit more politeness.
Well, I know that we're speaking about kindness and politeness, but something very cool that you have on this tour is a massive banner with the middle finger on it.
Oh, yeah. We don't have it up
Fans can-
tonight, but
Oh, okay.
we do have this yeah.
Fans can sign it too.
We do.
Yeah.
We ask everyone to come and sign it because, you know, our whole mantra and our whole motto is unite or die. And some people hear that sometimes and they feel that it means choosing a side. You know, you either left or right. And that's not what it means. What we do intend and what we like to do is that unity through strength, and unity through diversity, and unity through loving each other and accepting each other for who we are, no matter what lifestyle you live, no matter what type of person you are. And I think that's for the betterment of humanity. So the fuck off finger is kind of like all that other stuff that we don't want to bring into a show, or we don't like to talk about, like the hate, like the racism, like the sexism. You know, that's what that middle finger's for. It's not really so much because we like telling people to fuck you, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know if it was directly towards somebody
No,
or if it's just in
no.
general, because I know
Just
there's a
in
big
general.
message behind the
Yeah,
band.
it was very general statement, so to speak.
We, of course, have to dive into narrative, latest record release, debut record release. Something cool about this record is the fact that you guys do not hold back on how heavy it is, but you also incorporate some of that hip-hop flair. So
Yeah.
did that just come naturally, or was this something going into it? You're like, I really want to put this down.
You know, before I joined Fire from the Gods, they had there was another vocalist in the band who had brought a bit of a hip hop kind of flavor to the band, because traditionally the band was like a straight up metalcore band. You know, they recorded a record with Tim Lambesis from Azalea Dying before they even did anything with Politically Incorrect, which was the kind of hip hop stuff. So they were like a straight up metalcore band. And then when I joined, you know, we kind of wanted to carry that mantra and carry that ethos a little bit forward, but we also wanted to incorporate other things. And I really wanted to express myself as a vocalist and as an artist. So it wasn't intentional, but it was, you know, every song, we gave each song what it needed. And like songs like Excuse Me, you know, like that was like a freestyle, you know what I mean? We weren't even like, yo, let's write a rap, genty type song. It was just like, okay, let me try this here, you know what I'm saying? And at 2 a.m. in the studio, I just started going off, and everyone was like, yeah, let's do that. And I was like, nah, man, that's not that cool, because, you know, I've never, you know, I love hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? But I've never been a rapper, you know? I've always just been like a hardcore kid that grew up in the city that loved, you know, I loved hip-hop, and I love rap, and I love reggae. But, so it was never really planned. It wasn't intentional.
Okay. Because I've never really heard a voice like yours in metal. There's this very smooth quality to it, but it works like very effortlessly. So
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Was there a moment you discovered you had something pretty different?
Yeah, you know, every other band that I've been in were more like hardcore bands and like deathcore bands, but I wanted to do something where I could sing and I could, you know, incorporate clean vocals and stuff like that, because I've always loved singing. You know, I grew up like in the church, and I'm black, man. We sing, you know. Not to be, I mean, you know what it is, but so yeah, I wanted to, you know, and it was like every time I tried it in other bands, it never really panned out. And then we tooled around with a couple things in the studio as Fire from the Gods, and it was really hard at first. It was really hard to make it work, but once we started writing songs, you know, and start like in Transmission, I wasn't really that sold on it, you know. Richie had wrote the music. Richie, our drummer, wrote the music for that song. And I had this whole other vocal pattern, this whole other vocal idea that I had for the song. And he had this pattern that he's like, hey, try this pattern. And then so I started putting lyrics to it. And then I was like, nah, I don't like it. And then we kind of mixed it and messed around with it for a little bit. And then, it's one of my favorite songs now. And then the chorus just came like that, you know, that big anthemic chorus that we try to incorporate into our music. So it really there was a lot of push and pull, and there was some growing pains, but we didn't have enough time to sit there and toy around with it. We had to make it happen. So, you know, we push came to shove, and we narrative.
Those big 180s in the studios must just be the most fulfilling moments. After.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, because you're like, whoa, that's me? I can do that?
Especially after taking some time, you're like, okay, we've nailed this now.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have to let me know, what was it like kind of getting in the mindset of a house band for the new video for Evolve? Because it turned out really great.
Thank you very much. I directed that video. So, with Evolve, you know, I was trying to be a bit satirical with it, like kind of explaining and showing these different characters from every walk of life and every, these people that tend to be leaders, these people that represent leaders. There's a politician in there. There's a woman who looks a bit gaudy, who's so materialistic, you know, she's so involved in herself and her material wealth. And then there's the aspect of the law, which, you know, one guy, he's either a preacher or a judge, or he represents the law, you know, the law of religion and the law, the Constitution to which we govern our lives by every day. So we tried to throw that together in this cocktail and make it look kind of like not fancy, but what if all these people were hanging out in this nightclub, you know, and everyone's drinking this drink called Insanity, and, you know, you can think people start getting a little bit more rowdy as the video goes on, and there's that breakdown part where two guys are like fighting because they're just drinking this juice, this Insanity. And I feel like a lot of people these days in society is very indicative of who we are, you know. It was meant to be a personification of that, like people that are just so sold on their ideas, and they keep selling their ideas to someone else, and, you know, we're just sitting there doing the same thing over and over again, fighting, and we're not going to get anywhere unless we choose to evolve, and not just evolve in the scientific sense, but evolve in the metaphorical sense. Just change our mindset and change humanity and change our world for the better.
I guess that goes hand in hand with swallow the pill and follow. Then I guess
exactly.
people being sheep and kind of just going to the herd.
Very much so. Okay. Very much so. Just following the leader and not thinking twice about it.
For themselves.
Very much so.
Is that something that gets under your skin? Because I know it, of course, leads to a lot of problems as well. People just not thinking for themselves.
Of course, man. I mean, I feel we live in a time, and, you know, there have been people and artists and scientists and people all throughout history who have said that this is the end times, or these are the worst of times. But for my generation and and for our generation and the people that exist in this world today, I really feel that we are at a critical time where we can either go one or two ways. We're either going to go off the deep end and we're going to keep killing each other, we're going to keep hating each other, we're going to keep tearing each other apart, or we're going to find out and say that, you know what, the only real thing that matters is the survival of the human race, and the survival of the human race not being so defensive and fighting for our will to survive, but uniting and helping each other and really thinking about the value of life. And, you know, songs like The Voiceless, you know, senseless violence, there's something that we've become so complacent with, and that now it doesn't even shock us, especially in the States. You know, there's a police shooting here, there's a school shooting here. You know, the States already, in 2018, there's already been about maybe 24 school shootings. You know, it's like no one values human life, and we don't value human life. If we don't, we're gonna fall off the deep end, and we're not gonna survive, and there will be no future for our children.
Well, to wrap things up, I do want to leave it with the fans, because there's so many amazing positive messages that are spread within this band. So is there anything you want to say to everybody viewing? Just anything
we love you.
Leave them with.
We love you guys. Come out to a show. Peace.
Beautifully put. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Cheers, no worries.
Appreciate it.